Hi guys, welcome back. It's been quite a break. I'm like your favorite TV show. I took the whole summer off. But I'm back now with a story that is the reason I started all of this. Okay? I call it Tilt-A-Whirl. So it's October 2020. The world's in the middle of the pandemic. I've rescheduled my mammogram that I had canceled back in May. So on November 4th, I go to Baptist for the screening. Everything's routine until the nurse comes back in and says that the radiologist wants to do an ultrasound. My heart stops while my blood pressure leaves a nasty hole in the ceiling as it shoots through the roof. It shouldn't be biologically possible for both things to happen at once, but trust me, it was. I was there. Is there something wrong? I force myself to ask the question that I do not want an answer to. Oh, the radiologist just wants to take a closer look. My mouth is too dry to speak, or I would have hounded her further, I'm sure. After the ultrasound, I'm waiting in that room, bare from the waist up except for a modesty cape, which is not enough cape to truly be called modest. I can't sit down, so I'm pacing back and forth when the tech and the radiologist come back in. I know he introduced himself, but the only words I remember are a slight shadow and a small spot. My blood freezes just like I did, which is the only reason I didn't jump over that table and punch him in the throat, or shove him out of the room, or shove those words back down his throat. Anything so that those words were not ever spoken into existence. Somehow, this is all his fault. I must have started crying because the tech came over to me with a box of tissue. Then the radiologist must have offered some sort of comfort or hope because I remember saying, I've just received a death sentence. Okay? So my daughter was already planning on moving home because of the pandemic, but she moved the date of it up a bit so that she could be with me when I went in for my biopsy on Monday, November 16th. After the biopsies, the nurse tells me that she will call me later that week with the results. Alarm bells start clanging in my head. A call? Why a call? Every woman that's ever had a mammogram knows that all you want is a discreet one-page letter that comes in the mail, which is only one short paragraph, which you don't even read because you're just looking for that one word, normal. You see it, you release the breath you didn't know you were holding, you glance heavenward, thanking God, and then you go back to resuming your normal life. But a call, no, you never want a call. So Thursday afternoon, my daughter comes in and asks if I've heard anything from the hospital. No, I look sheepishly up at her and confess, I've had my phone turned off all day. Mom, she sighs, you can't do that. We have to know the results. I know, I say. I just wanted one more day. But look on the bright side. Once they call and say everything is fine, then you can relax and stop fearing the worst. I look at my precious daughter, and I realize she needs everything to be okay just as much as I do. So I pull her close and I hold her tight and I say, I know, you're right. So the call comes the next afternoon. Sierra and Dave gather around me, but for once, I don't put the phone on speaker. With a death grip on my phone, I press it tightly to my ear. Mrs. Moon, this is blankety blank blank blank. and I'm calling with the results of your biopsy. Yes, I manage shakily. I am sorry to tell you, my lips begin to tremble, that the results of your biopsy reveal my stomach churns violently, that you have, even though I can't feel my legs, I run outside. I have to get out. I have to get away from what is coming next. But that word just keeps coming, chasing me, hounding me relentlessly. Cancer. I come to a complete stop out in the middle of the backyard, but the world just keeps spinning and tilting around me. Here I am in the middle of the single most significant phone call of my life, and I'm trapped on a tilt-a-whirl spinning out of control. My eyes search desperately, left then right. There is nowhere to go, no way to escape. I am riveted to that spot as solid as stone, while my world is tilting off its axis. I don't know how long I stayed like that. All I remember is that once the fog started to clear, there was one thought, one choice, one decision left in my mind. Would I lean into God and put my trust in Him? Or would I blame Him and curse Him for allowing this to happen? I closed my eyes and I turned my heart heavenward and I whispered, I will lean on God. I will trust in Him. My choice to lean on God wasn't because I'm some pillar of faith. No, I made that choice because I knew that the alternative for me was death and destruction. I knew myself well enough to know that without God, I would wallow in self-pity until I was swallowed up by it. And so once again, my story is actually His story, because Exodus 14:14 says, the Lord will fight for me, while I just need to remain silent and remain calm. My cancer journey is a testament to that, and so much more that God has done and did for me. So I'm here to tell you, whatever struggle you're in right now, the Lord will fight for you too. It is His eternal promise. His love, His healing, His protection will never, ever fail us. Never, ever. Thanks for being with me today. I hope you will join me each month as I share with you how God did exceedingly abundantly more than I could ever think or dream or hope or imagine, every single step of my cancer journey. Bye, guys.